The most powerful person in the room is never the one with the perfectly organized desk. In fact, the cleaner and more staged a wealthy person's home looks, the less likely they are to actually be building real wealth. This is not a theory. This is a pattern that financial researchers, behavioral economists, and personal advisors to ultra high net worth individuals have documented for decades, and almost nobody is talking about it openly. If you have ever felt guilty about your cluttered workspace or your chaotic home office, stay with me, because what you are about to hear might completely rewire the way you think about success. Most people grow up being told that organization is the foundation of productivity. Clean desk, clear mind. That is what teachers say. That is what self-help books repeat over and over. And on the surface, it sounds logical. But here is what the research and the real lives of the ultra-wealthy actually reveal. A certain level of intentional disorder is not a sign of failure. It is a signal of a mind that is deeply engaged, constantly processing, and focused on ideas rather than appearances. Studies from the University of Minnesota found that people working in messier environments produced more creative and innovative solutions compared to those in tidy spaces. The cluttered environment seemed to free the brain from conventional thinking and pushed it toward novel ideas. Now think about some of the most iconic wealthy builders in history. Their workspaces were famously chaotic, papers everywhere, books stacked in no particular order, projects overlapping each other on every surface. This was not accidental. It was the physical manifestation of a mind that was working on multiple layers simultaneously. If you are finding this perspective eye-opening, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to this channel right now. We cover the real psychology and hidden behaviors behind wealth building that most financial channels never dare to touch. Now back to what wealthy people actually understand about their homes and workspaces. There is a deeper psychological principle at play here. Wealthy individuals, especially those who built their fortunes from scratch, tend to spend their cognitive energy on what matters most, which is decision-making, opportunity recognition, and long-term strategy. They have made a subconscious or sometimes very deliberate choice to not spend mental energy on maintaining a perfect visual environment. This is directly connected to what psychologists call decision fatigue. Every small decision you make throughout the day drains a portion of your mental bandwidth. When you spend time arranging, organizing, and perfecting your physical space, you are using up cognitive resources that could be redirected toward wealth-generating thinking. Some of the most successful entrepreneurs have spoken openly about removing trivial decisions from their lives entirely, wearing the same style of clothing, eating similar meals, and yes, allowing their personal spaces to remain in a state of productive disorder. The key word there is productive. This is not about being lazy or careless. It is about strategic neglect. Wealthy people choose what to neglect very carefully. They neglect the appearance of their space so they can remain obsessively focused on their goals, their investments, and their next moves. There is also a social signaling element that is deeply fascinating. Middle-class culture has a strong tendency to equate appearance with success. A perfectly decorated home, a spotless car, a perfectly curated social media feed. These are the signals that people use to show others they are doing well. But truly wealthy individuals often feel zero pressure to perform success for other people. They are not trying to impress their neighbors. They are not staging their lives for validation. Their identity is internally anchored in what they are building, not in how their surroundings look to outsiders. This freedom from social performance is itself a form of psychological wealth that most people never achieve. There is another layer to this that goes even deeper. When a person is in a flow state, deeply immersed in creative or strategic thinking, interrupting that state to clean, organize, or maintain appearances would be a form of self-sabotage. High performers learn to protect their flow states aggressively. If a messy desk is the cost of staying in flow for 3 extra hours, that trade is worth millions over a lifetime of compounded productivity. Now, this does not mean that all wealthy people are messy all the time. There are certainly successful individuals who thrive in organized environments. But the cultural myth that wealth and meticulous organization always go hand in hand is simply not supported by reality. What matters far more than how your space looks is how clearly you can think inside of it, how focused you can remain, and how consistently you take action toward your goals. The disorganization of the wealthy is often a symptom of deep engagement. They are buried in their work, not because they are overwhelmed, but because they are fully invested. There is a massive difference between the chaos of someone who has lost control and the creative disorder of someone who is building something extraordinary. One final insight that ties all of this together. The wealthiest individuals in the world tend to measure their environment not by how it looks, but by what it enables. Does this space help me think? Does this arrangement, however unconventional, give me quick access to the things I need most? Is this environment serving my goals, or am I serving the environment? The moment you stop being a servant to the appearance of your space and start using your space as a tool for your ambitions, something shifts in your relationship with productivity and wealth. You stop performing success and start building it. If this video challenged the way you think about wealth and success, please leave a comment below telling me one belief about success that you have recently questioned or let go of. Subscribe to this channel because we publish deep, research-backed perspectives on the real psychology behind financial success every single week. And share this video with someone who needs to hear that their messy desk might actually be a sign they are on the right track.